Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to write expressions. So basically we're going to have the verbal forms and we need to write them in mathematical expressions. So when you look at the table is giving us the key concept, and along the key concept we have examples. To translate verbal phrase into expressions, look for words that integrate mathematical operations. So as you see in here we have addition. Addition, we have a couple different words that represent the addition. Sum, plus, total, more than, increased by. They all represent the addition. The sum of 2 and a number x, right here. A number n plus 7 is the expression. So next one is subtraction. So we have 4 different words represents the subtraction. Difference, less than, minus, and decreased by. The difference of a number and 6, so n minus 6, and number y minus 5, y minus 5. Multiplication, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different words that represents the multiplication. Times, product, multiplied by, and of. First one is 12 times a number y, 12y. 1/3 of a number x, 1/3 times x. Division. We have 3 different words that represent division. Quotient, divided by, divided into. The quotient of a number, k and 2. So basically they represent division, k over 2. So order is important when writing subtraction and division expressions. For instance, the difference of a number n and 6 is written n minus 6, not 6 minus n. And the quotient of a number k and 2 is written as k over 2, not 2 over k. So we have to be careful when we need to write those things. We have 2 different examples. So in the first example, we have some examples to write the verbal phrases in expression. For less than the quantity 6 times a number 4. So basically for less than. So we have to subtract 4 from 6 times n. The second one is 3 times the sum of 7 and a number. 3 times, we multiply 3 by the sum of y and 7. This is the expression we need. The third one is the difference of 22 and a square of a number m, the difference. So 22 minus square of m is the answer. So these are the answers of the expressions. Next question is a word problem. It's describing the situation, so we have to write that in an expression. A piece of ribbon, L feet long, is cut from a ribbon 8 feet long. Write an expression for the length and feet of the remaining piece. So L is the original, the first length, and we're just taking away 8 feet long ribbon from the total. So this is our expression. This is our answer. Okay, now let's move to the second page. In the second page, let's start with verbal model. A verbal model describes a real-world situations using words as labels and using math symbols to relate the words. You can replace the words with numbers and variables to create a mathematical model, such as an expression for the real-world situations. Here's the example. You work with 5 other people at an ice cream stand. All the workers put their tips into a jar and share the amount in the jar equally at the end of the day. Write an expression for each person's share in dollar of tips. So basically we have to write the total tips divided by 5. Number of people, 5. So So actually we have to put 6 instead of 5 because you work with 5 other people. So 6. The total tips in jar divided by number of people. So we can actually write them as a word number of people. So basically we have to write as total jar, total tips in jar, and I can put, since I know how many people are in the group, then we can put the number in here. So it's 6. Now let's continue with the next part of the lesson. Rate. A rate is a fraction that compares two quantities measured in different units. If the denominator of the fraction is 1 unit, the rate is called unit rate. So here's an example about rate. A car travels 110 miles in 2 hours. Find the unit rate. So basically, a car travels 110 miles in 2 hours. If I simplify and if I make the denominator equal to an hour, I'm going to get my unit rate. So if I divide hours by 2, 110 by 2, it's going to be 55. So 50 miles per hour is my unit rate. So we have one more example before we finish the lesson. There's another word problem about cell phones. Your basic monthly charge for cell phone service is $30, which includes 300 free minutes. You pay a fee for each extra minute you use. 1 month you paid $3.75 for 15 extra minutes. Find your total bill if you use 22 extra minutes. So let's find what is the unit rate for the minutes. If you pay $3.75 for 15 extra minutes. So let's calculate what was the cost of extra minutes. So basically we have to divide the numerator and the denominator by 15 to find the answer. So what I can do now, I can just divide $3.75 with 15. Divide by 15 and equals to 25 cents. So each extra minute costs 25 cents. So find your bill if you use 22 extra minutes. Basically, I pay $30 for 300 minutes, right? For 300 minutes, and I need to pay 22 minutes times 25 cents. Then I need to multiply 22 by 25 cents, then it's going to be $5.50. The total bill is going to be $35.50. This is the total bill. So we're done with our lesson today. In the next page we have guided practice questions. We only have 2 questions, so please solve these questions on a piece of paper and return to me tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good one.